Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's vlog I want to show you how I do my nails in red. I chose red because a lot of the people to do their nails in red this time of the year for Christmas and Yellow night. That's why I thought I will show you my nails doing them in red. I have already removed my previous nail polish. As you can see here, all my nails are clean and there isn't any nail polish residue or any hand cream or cuticle oil or anything on them, so they are already clean. I haven't filed my nails because my nails don't really need any filing, but if you like, obviously you do the filing as well. I also don't really change the shape of my nails because again I like everything natural. I'm all about natural beauty, so I've actually got one of them which broke today, but I just filed it to be smooth, but I haven't really changed the length of the other ones. So they are all ready and clean and prepared for starting the polish. I have already got the products lined up as you can see here. So I've got my base coat, which is actually a nail treatment as well as a base coat, so you can either use it on its own or you can use it as a base coat. I've got my red nail polish, which is the star of today's vlog, and I've got my trustworthy top coat. So what I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna remove the cap from top coat because I don't wanna ruin my polishes later. So I'm gonna start with the base coat. As I mentioned, this base coat is actually a nail treatment, but you can see it's got a little bit of color in it. It's actually very light pink color. So the idea is that you can either use it on its own or you can use it as a base coat. So I'm gonna start and I'm gonna explain a bit more while I'm doing my base coat. So I just try to get the perfect amount of polish, and then I just start with putting a layer of the base coat on my nails. So today I chose this base coat because it is, as I mentioned, it's actually a nail treatment. To be honest, I don't get as much long wear if I use this as a base coat, but I just thought that my nails would be better if I give them a bit of treatment, and also because I know that I'm not gonna keep my nails as red as I'm doing now for very long. I'm only gonna keep them in the red color for 4 or 5 days, and then I'm gonna change the color for the New Year's Eve party. I will do a separate vlog for you on that one and how I prepare for the New Year's Eve party and all of that, so stay tuned for that one. So yeah, and because of that I'm not really worried that my polish that I'm doing now might not last as long as using like the normal base coat, but it's okay. I still get the treatment from it, which helps with actually strengthening the nails, and I actually find that it helps to keep my nails in a very good condition. So I'm just putting a very nice thin layer on the nails. and I'll show you in a minute what color it is actually on the nails. So I've done the base coat now. As you can see here, it's very light natural pink color, and you don't really see it much. It just gives a very nice sheen to your nails if you want to use it on its own, but obviously today I'm not gonna use it on its own, and I'm just gonna put a red nail polish on top, which I will show you. So I gave the base coat a bit of time to dry, and as you can see, it's still quite shiny and nice, and you can see that it's very subtle pink color, which you can actually use on its own without any other color on top. But we are going to move on to the main color, which is the red color. This red color that I'm using, it's called Ruby's Follies. So I quite like this color. It's basically ruby red, so it's quite deep red color. You can see here. So again, I'm gonna start with putting one coat on my nails. I waited for the base coat to dry. It actually dries out very quickly, so you can literally paint over with the main color only after a few minutes. But I gave it a little bit of more time. Obviously it's up to you. If you have more time, you can wait a bit longer. If you're in rush, you can go back with the main color quicker. So I'm just putting the first coat for the main color. The first coat is to get the actual shaping right, so I'll show you. For example, that's that one that I just did. So if you do the first coat quite good, then the second coat will also be very easy to do. So I'm just following the shape of my own nails and avoiding to put too much nail polish and flood the cuticle. Here you can see the nail is popping up very nicely, even though that it's only the first layer that I'm putting on. It's only the first coat, but obviously this is a very kind of deep red color, I would say. It's got a lot of pigments in it, and it's not sheer. And I will do the pinky finger as well to show you. Did actually do a bit of a stake here, but I'm just gonna clean it up a little bit. So here you can see the color better. Now I'm gonna do my other hand. So again, I'm still doing the first coat, and I'm just making sure that the shape is coming up nicely, and I've got the proper base for the second coat. Again, if you don't have enough time, you may want to skip the second coat, but if you know that you're gonna skip the second coat, you just need to make sure that the first coat is done much better for the color, and you don't have any streak line or anything like that on it. But if you have enough time to do the actual like 2 coats, it's again much easier, because with the first coat you can get the shaping right, and then with the second coat you can make sure that the color is done right and it's flawless. So here I am with the first coat. You can see the color, you can see how easy it was, and it's a beautiful red color. It's actually, the bottle doesn't do the judgment, so you can see like it's almost the same but not quite. But again, this is only the first layer. I give it time to dry out, especially because this is the actual color. I want to give it a little bit of more time, and then I'll come back to do the second layer. So I gave the first coat a little bit of time to dry, and as you can see here, it's actually already, even the color is quite nice. But as I said, the first coat is just for the shape and get the shape right. You can see here it should be almost dry, probably not 100%, but I think we are good to do the second coat. So I'm gonna do the second coat now. As I mentioned, the second coat is about the color. So I've already got the shape right, and all I'm gonna do is to put a layer for the color to make sure that the color is as I want it. Obviously, if you've done a little bit of mistake, or if you've got some edges not quite straight, you can correct them when you're doing the second coat. But if you get the first coat nice and correct, then the second coat should be actually very easy to do. So I'm just going to continue and do that on all my nails. Okay, perfect. Now I've done the second coat as well, and as you can see, it's actually quite good. Very nice deep red color, and you can see on both hands. So again, I'm gonna give it a bit of time to dry, and when it's almost dry, I come back and do the top coat. Alright, so the second coat of the red polish should also be almost dry now. I gave the second coat a bit of more time to dry because I've already got 3 coats, 1 coat of the base and 2 coats of the actual color, and I want it all to be almost dry before putting the top coat on. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do the top coat. When you put the top coat on, that will actually correct it. If you use a high quality top coat, it will kind of correct the color as well. So I'm just going ahead and put 1 layer of top coat. And I do another nail. And I'm just going to continue with all nails and do the top coat on top of all of them. So here we are. I have now sealed all of the nails with the top coat and it's actually come along quite nicely. I quite like the color now because with the 2 layers of the red color, I think it's much darker and closer to the actual red color in the bottle, as you can see here. So it's quite nice and it's in the color that I like, and they're all nice and shiny. I didn't really do any mistakes, so I don't need to clean anything. But obviously if you've done a bit of a mistake around your nails, you can clean them up with a bit of nail polish remover. So I hope today's vlog inspired you to do your nail polish at home. Let me know in the comments below if you've done it, and send me a photo and show me what shade of red color you've chosen to go for. I personally think that the red nail polish is nice all year round. And I didn't mention any of the products that I used today. Some of them you might have already notice what product they are from the shape of the bottle, but I didn't mention the name of the brand or anything because I have bought all of these myself and this is not really an advert. But let me know in the comments if you want me to give you more details about the products that I use. But I hope that you like today's vlog. See you next time. Bye.